YouTube. Wanted to do a tour of my toolbox here. This is a KRL761 snap-on. It's missing a chrome piece over there, and it's got a bunch of diesel stickers and stuff on it. I bought it used. They had them on there. I'm not a diesel mechanic. I'm actually like a, I guess you would call me like a apprentice slash lube technician. It's actually my dad owns the garage. But I like having my own tools and own setup and everything like that. But I'm just starting out. But anyway, here I got just a crappy service cart. Can throw my shit in there, haul it around. Down below I got like this Husky tote bag. Like if I have to work on something in the parking lot or whatever, I can just throw my tools in it. Don't have to wheel it around. I think this is like a performance tools thing, or maybe we even ordered it from Northern Tool, but it's flimsy as shit. So what I did is I put this cross brace on it. I just made it out like a freaking bed frame. Man, it is, you can put whatever you want on it just about, and it works great. Anyway, up here I got this skill ratchet. It works okay. It's not the greatest. It's not like a Milwaukee. Just some chargers. This is for my snap-on screw gun, which I'll show you. Just a Harbor Freight drill, which I'll also show you. That's a charger. And then my Makita stuff. Oh, and over here we got, I don't even have this bolted down yet, but this is just a little vise. I'm making a stainless steel top for this. I got a guy that's going to get me like a sheet of stainless steel, so can't really afford the big snap-on one, but I'd like to have a top on it. This top drawer, I don't have a ton of money invested in tools yet. A lot of what you see here is used, or some of it's from Harbor Freight just for budget-wise, because again, just starting out. These are just some Taiwanese metric impact sockets. These are my semi-deep snap-on impact sockets, metric, half-inch. They're kind of my go-to half-inch sockets. More Taiwanese shit. A lot of the chrome sockets like these you see here, they're pretty much all Craftsman. I used to have like a toolkit at home. A lot of the shit came from that. And my 3/8 impact sockets here that you see, as well as these Allens, are just Pittsburgh. And honestly, they serve me pretty well for what they are. Over here, these are snap-on long Torx. I got them on sale, which is why I bought them, because I needed some Torx. And these are long Pittsburgh Allens with the ball head on them. They're pretty handy. Over here, I'll jump around a little bit, sorry. I got all my American sockets over here. Basically the same setup. Most of it's Harbor Freight, Craftsman, all along here. These are Pittsburgh too. It's actually a pretty nice set for what it is. But basically the same setup. These are all my spare sockets, spark plug sockets, miscellaneous crap, adapters, whatever. And we have all my 3/8 wrenches here. This is my go-to. It's a snap-on 3/8 flex head with comfort grip. I bought it because I use a 3/8 ratchet every day, and I just wanted one that was good and reliable. Love this one though. This one is not bad. I bought this a long time ago, and it's actually served me pretty well. It's just shorter, so it doesn't have quite the leverage. But it's a Tecton. Not bad at all. It's a 72 tooth as opposed to snap-on, which is 80, but not that big of a difference. But it works fine. I mean, if you're like a do-it-yourself or whatever, you can't go wrong with Tecton tools. They're pretty good, a lot of them. Most of these other ones are just Craftsman. I got this thing which you can crank on, and it drives for you. It's not the greatest. Lots of Craftsman, little Craftsman breaker bar. Over here, move my gloves out of the way. Got all my 1/4 inch drive tools. Nothing fancy expensive. 90% of it's Craftsman. This is something weird, a Titan. Just a long 1/4 inch drive. My impacts and everything, I just leave in here for convenience. This is a Blue Point 3/8 air ratchet. Works pretty damn good for being old. I mean, I just keep it oiled, and it's never failed me. This is an older, I don't know what the model of this is, but it is a snap-on half-inch impact. Works pretty good. It's not as ballsy as the newer models. That is a Central Pneumatic air ratchet. I believe it's a 1/4 inch. It works fine. This is my snap-on MG31 3/8 impact. It's pretty ballsy for a 3/8. I mean, I bought it used. It's kind of wore out, but it serves its purpose pretty well. Then over here we got all of my half-inch drive tools. This is my snap-on. Works great. I got a couple breaker bars, Craftsman, and I think this is an SK or something. I don't know. Then of course I got my swivels, everything like that. That's about it for this drawer. And here I got these are all of my American wrenches, mostly Craftsman, pretty self-explanatory. These are gear wrenches, not even a complete set. Very rarely do I use American wrenches, so I didn't invest a ton of money. These are old school snap-on, just double-ended. I'm missing one out of the set. I'm going to order it probably this week, or just buy it off the truck if he's got it on there. Then these are long, just long wrenches. These are pretty handy for just grabbing onto something or whatever. Use those every once in a while, but like I said, you don't use American wrenches that much. Of course, I got some 6-point wrenches for rounded off shit. Kind of handy. Some adjustable wrenches, that kind of crap. Second drawer down. This is like one of my favorite drawers. I love it. These are all my metric wrenches. This is an old school set of snap-ons. This was a gift from my dad, basically for becoming like his apprentice. Love them. He's had them for 20, 30 years at least, and they're still fantastic. These are 6-point Craftsman, again, for just rounded off kind of stuff. This is just a spare set of Craftsman. Just regular old wrenches I got in here. These, I got a smoking deal on these off the Cornwell truck. It was a repo set. Got the whole thing for not a whole lot. There's a couple in here that I'm missing that I filled in with gear wrench, but he's going to bring me the rest of the set. These are really nice, and they got a similar thing to like the Snap-on Flank Drive Plus, if you can see it. Hopefully that focuses. But they grip some stuff very well. These are really tough, honestly. I've used the shit out of these. I love them. They're pretty good. These are Mac, old school Mac crow's feet. I don't use crow's feet a lot here, just for what I'm doing, but I've got them in case I need them. And these are gear wrench flex head. They don't have the selector switch. You got to turn them over, which I don't really care about. It's no big deal. And those are spare gear wrenches over here. There. All right, these are my pliers drawer. This is my pliers drawer, excuse me. Not pretty self-explanatory. I don't invest money in like Snap-on pliers. This is just totally my opinion. I don't have good luck with them. It seems like cheaper brands of pliers do the same job or even a better job. Just purely my opinion, though. If you don't agree with it, that's fine. Just some Pittsburgh C-clamp pliers. These are the only high dollar set of pliers I have in here. These are Knipex. I actually bought them off the Cornwell truck, which I know is probably kind of stupid because they mark them up a little bit. But these are wicked, awesome pliers. I mean, they will cut through anything. They're long. You can get some good leverage on them. They're pretty cool. And then, like I said, pretty self-explanatory. This is a body clip tool I just bought the other day off the Cornwell truck. My Cornwell guy's really cool. I try to buy stuff from him when I can. These are like Lyle. And, I mean, like I said, pretty self-explanatory. You got your vice grips over here, electrical pliers, needle nose. A lot of it's like Craftsman, channel lock brand, shit like that. This drawer is kind of random. I got a lot of electrical tools in here, which is not much. I got a timing light. It's a hot glue gun, I needed this for some dash work off an old car once. We couldn't get parts for, and I just left it in there. Test light, I do use this a lot. This is a cheap-ass Harbor Freight voltmeter, multimeter. I mean, it works okay. It's obviously no great thing. This is just a little body suction cup dent puller, you know. Don't ask me why I have that in there. I really don't know. Never use it. Just some heat shrink. This is actually decent, or it was decent. This is an Autel, just an OBD2 code reader. It was fine for like stupid stuff, like if you just had an obvious misfire, it was spark plugs or something, and you put the plugs in it, runs fine, you just got to clear the code. This worked fine, but the screen crapped out on me. And it wasn't any like extreme temperatures, and I didn't drop it, but it's done. I mean, you can see it there, so I gotta see if maybe the warranty that or something. I got this Weller solder gun here. I also keep my oil filter wrenches in here, as well as brake tools. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. Some spare wire there. This thing is handy as hell. This is for like compressing your brake calipers. You know, you stick it in there and you ratchet it and it spreads them. Handy as hell. Beats the hell out of using like a C-clamp or something. I love this thing. I use it almost every day. Good investment, Cornwell. Of course, brake spring compressors. All my brake tools and crap, like I said, are in here. Don't have a ton. This is an old Craftsman set of like brake spring pliers, I guess is the proper term for them. Never failed me. They work great. Alright. Down another drawer, we've got, I keep all my drill bits and everything here. This is a snap-on set. This is my kind of my go-to set. I won't open it because it's kind of bent up in there. It's a pain in the ass. Just a spare Black & Decker set, Milwaukee. All my spare bits are in there, just for doing oddball stuff. These are Harbor Freight metric and American tap and die sets. I did not invest a lot of money in tap and die sets because rarely do I ever use them. I've used both of these sets maybe a total of 2-3 times since I've worked here in 6-8 months, something like that. But honestly, they work. They've done what they've needed to do. I wouldn't put them through a ton of abuse. Obviously, they're not as quality as a lot of tool truck brands, but they do the job, like I said, that they're meant to do. This is an impact driver. This is another Harbor Freight special. I just didn't have the money to invest in a good one, but I needed one, so I bought this. It works okay. I don't use it all the time, but it does the job it's supposed to do. I can't complain about it. As you can see from the sticker, that's a flea market special. 3/8 Craftsman torque wrench. Works good. Works very good. This actually belongs up here. I was going to talk about this. It's for your oil filters. As you back it off, it tightens on there. And this is a Harbor Freight one, and you kind of have to work it on there with your hands sometimes. But it'll get you out of a jam if you got an oil filter that's stuck way up somewhere and you can't wrap your traditional oil filter wrench around it and get in there. I actually use this more than anything. It's handy as hell. When I'm not using my regular one. I keep my spare impacts in here. That's just a cheapie. Central Pneumatic is a spare. That's a kind of a crappy air impact. I don't even know what brand it is. I don't use it, not an air impact, an air hammer, air chisel. I don't care for this thing a whole lot, but I don't use it a whole lot at all. Don't really have a big need for it. I just have it in case I do need it. And we got in here this is just a Central Pneumatic die grinder, whatever you want to call it. I also have a Cornwell that's actually, I had to take it home to use it for something, but I really like my Cornwell. This is bit set from Harbor Freight. It's got all kinds of bits, Torx, Phillips, standard, all kinds of shit in there. It's pretty handy. Set of Irwin extractors. I do not use extractors a whole lot, but I got a really good deal on these. All kinds of sizes. Works awesome. When you do need them, never have a problem with them. Vacuum gauge, handiest thing known to man. Set of Craftsman turbo sockets, 1/2 inch. Don't use them a lot. This is an old school Craftsman torque wrench. Used to use it a lot until I got this bad boy. This is a Cobalt, but it works very well. And someone told me that the makers of this also make some of Snap-on's torque wrenches, which don't hold me to that. But this is my main go-to 1/2 inch torque wrench. It's really accurate. I've tested it before. Very good. This is for like inch pounds. It's a 3/8. Just a 3/8. It does like inch pounds or like Newton meters or whatever you call it. I don't know if I've honestly ever used this. It was free, so I took it, and there you go. All right, moving on. Fix that later. I'll go ahead and move up here. These are all my screwdrivers. You can't tell I got too many damn screwdrivers. This is my go-to set. I just cleaned them off today. These are Mac. Any screwdrivers that have like a triangle grip or 3-sided grip, I found that you can really grip the shit out of them. I really like these. They're pretty awesome. But I got a whole set of those. A lot of these are Craftsman from my old tool set at home. I'm not going to invest a ton of money in screwdrivers just yet, or anything like that. We're pretty self-explanatory. There's an old school Snap-on. About it for there. Oh, one other thing I was going to show you. This is an old Snap-on ratcheting screwdriver. It's kind of handy. I used to use the shit out of it until I got all my screw guns and stuff, and that kind of replaced the need for it. These are just like picks, scrapers. I'm actually missing a few scrapers out of here. These are Lyle picks. They're really tough. They work really well. I got the whole set for a lot cheaper than what I would have paid for Snap-on, so I just got these. These are Snap-on pry bars. I got a good deal on them. Use the shit out of them. Work good. This is kind of a junky looking drawer, I know. These are all just my Allen keys. I don't keep them very organized because I've got Allen sockets, so that's kind of my go-to, but always handy to have Allen keys just in case. I got these. They're Husky. They work fine. I've never had an issue with them. Nut drivers, which I like never use, but I used to use them when I worked at stuff at home. Miscellaneous stuff, some knives, cutting tools, razors. Always have some Gorilla Glue because you never know what you're going to have to kind of rig up. This is a light with a mirror with a magnet on it. You can just stick it on the end of a magnet like that and make yourself a mirror. I actually use that all the time. Used to have a regular mirror. I don't know where the heck it went. This is my hammer drawer. It's pretty pathetic at the moment. Soon I'll do an updated tour, and I'll have like probably have some Mac anti-vibe hammers in there. I don't have anything against Snap-on hammers, but man, the anti-vibe hammers are excellent. I've used them out of some other employees, and my dad's, he's got some too. And man, it just seems like they just work the best out of every hammer I've ever used. Most common ones I use are this little ball peen and this bigger ball peen, but it's starting to get floppy and worn out and everything. So this is just a crappy dead blow. Like I said, it's pretty pathetic right now. I'm going to be updating it. I got some chisels in here. They're kind of cheap. I don't need them a lot, so I didn't invest a lot of money in them yet. Down here, it's full of power tools. A lot of these are like old Makita stuff. I actually got a big set of this crap for free. I don't use a lot of this, and in fact, I may remove some of these tools that I don't use a lot or at all eventually. A lot of this stuff is carryover from when I used to work out of home a lot. This is a screw gun grinder, which is always handy. I actually do use that a lot. This is my Harbor Freight drill. It works pretty good just for what I use around here. I don't use a drill a lot around here. I got a Milwaukee kind of buried down here. It works pretty well too. I need to get a charger for it. It's an old school though, so I gotta find one online probably. This is a snap-on screw gun. I use the hell out of this screw gun, and you'll notice, hey, this looks kind of weird and funky. I'll show you why. Because this snap-on screw gun, it's hard to see in there. The insert in there, it's supposed to be like a 1/4-inch drive tool insert basically, and then it comes out into like your regular bit driver end like that. Well, I lost, back when I actually worked from home or worked on stuff at home, I lost this insert, and I've been trying to get Snap-on to order one of these forever, and I love my Snap-on guy to death, but he has not been on the ball about ordering it. So I made this haphazardly constructed one out of a 1/4-inch extension, and I pressed this cheap like bit driver end into it and just made a screw gun. No, it's not even, it kind of flops around. Like it's not balanced. You can see it moves, but it's still, for a screw gun, it works now. It's a functional screw gun. It wasn't before, so whatever. Well, my bottom drawer is a lot of kind of random stuff. I got some bolt cutters in here. I got a lot of room to grow in here. This is really a lot of crap. Paperwork, flashlight, just some stuff to clean my toolbox off with, some hand cleaner, steering wheel puller. Don't really use that a lot for what I do around here. A lot of my safety equipment, some of my gloves are in here. These are kind of thicker gloves. This is like the mother's Powerball thing. You can hook up to your drill and, I don't know, buff stuff out. And I got some spare pry bars down here too. Now, this is just a word to the wise. I love Tecton stuff for the most part. I would not get their pry bars. These are very flimsy. They're kind of dangerous, honestly. I mean, they just do not hold up. I've never even used this one just because it just isn't sturdy. I bought it as like an add-on item from Amazon. This one's the really dangerous one. This big guy right here. I mean, it bends like so easy. I have used this one a few times because I didn't have my Snap-on set yet. But man, it's just not. I wouldn't invest a lot of money that you're gonna really abuse in cheap tools. I would, you know, suck it up and get the better quality stuff. But anyway, that is a tour of my used Krl761B toolbox. I hope you enjoyed it. This is actually my first YouTube video, and I hope to be doing some more tool reviews soon for you guys as I acquire new tools and everything like that. Also, I'm going to give you a tour of all these Snap-on toolboxes here, which are all my dad's, who I am his apprentice and everything. I work out of these boxes too. Might have him do the tour just because he's got more insight stories on tools that I don't even know what the heck they do in there. But anyway, thank you very much for watching.